Okay, I started learning English from scratch, and now it's been 2 or 3 years. There are many times when I couldn't trust myself and my study method. Today I'm making a video for my past self. First, to get to the point, I learned English without studying abroad, using only English conversation service like Native Camp. After continuing this study method for about 2 to 3 years, I reached a level where I could make this video. If you don't already know me, I started learning English a few years ago and my English proficiency was quite low. Let me share some footage when I took the first lesson in online English conversation service. So please check it out.
Do you know natto? Okay. Because the food is natto is very delicious. Many people don't like natto, but
I couldn't understand what teachers say in English and I couldn't speak at all. It felt like a lie that I had studied English for 12 years in a school. Then I realized with my current study style, I would never be able to speak English, so I decided to change my learning style. First, I searched for English conversation learning methods on YouTube. I watched various videos and discovered Atsueigo's content. Not only him, but many others were introducing online English conversation service, and I saw videos of people who became able to speak English through this method. Because of COVID-19 pandemic, studying abroad was not realistic. So I had no choice and decided to give it a shot. During my first lesson, I was so disappointed to myself. Of course, I wanted to quit. Of course. But I was like, how should I say? I thought that never give up, I thought. During the second lesson, I realized that Filipino teacher was so energetic and like cheerful and so kind. So like giving me to like a lot of confidence, right? They always boosted my confidence by praising my poor English. From there, I started to take online English conversation service often. I wanted to express my feeling more to these people, not just small talk, but deeper topics. So I studied hard. Eventually, I wanted to test my English proficiency by using TOEIC test, right? I was a university student, so with job hunting coming soon. I continued studying for TOEIC while taking a lesson on Native Camp or the DMM English conversation service. After a few months though, I noticed an improvement on myself. So let me show you some footage.
Okay, I think sweet food is not good for health. So because there are a lot of... So to be honest, I don't like horror movie. So I like love story. It's Japanese love story. So do you like Japanese love story movie?
Yes, I watched a few.
Oh, really? Okay, so I love 君の膵臓食べたい Yes. 膵臓 So yes, in English, I want to eat your stomach. In my opinion, so I have seen native speaker in my school and in my cram school. I haven't seen Filipino teacher, but I think you can do it. You really love to Japanese culture and the Japanese student, so you must do it.
You know him?
Yes, I know. Do you know Shinji Kagawa? This is a Japanese player.
Yes.
Oh my god. I admire Shinji Kagawa.
Shinji Kagawa is a fantastic player.
Oh, really?
I enjoyed watching Japan in the World Cup. Did you watch it?
Of course, yeah, I like that.
Who's your favorite player?
So, in recent, do you know Takumi Minamino?
Takumi Minamino. No, maybe if I see him. Tell me more about him.
Okay, so Takumi Minamino now belongs to Southampton. Before Southampton, Takumi Minamino belongs to Liverpool. In Liverpool, Takumi Minamino can't play well, but in Japan, Minamino is a hero among a lot of...
While learning basic grammar and vocabulary for TOEIC, my spoken English was improving. I could start having conversation about hobbies and the simple discussions. Eventually, I became friends with one of Filipino teachers and took her lessons many times. I started enjoying speaking English even more. That teacher even talked to me over line calls without charging me, discussing things like playing the guitar and talking about pets. I am forever grateful to that teacher. Thank you so much. But after that, I focused on studying for TOEIC. During this time, I sometimes couldn't take a lesson because I was so busy with TOEIC studies. But initially scoring 400 points, I studied for 11 months and I got 900 points. I achieved my goal and returned to studying about English conversation. But I realized that after studying about TOEIC, I noticed that I understand what teachers say in English. However, my speaking ability hadn't improved much. So I realized that when it comes to speaking English, so we have to focus on like output, doing output. For 12 years in school, I had studied English, but it was mostly about learning new words in grammar form, textbooks. Okay, I think it was very good for building my foundation, but when it comes to speaking, so it didn't work for like making speaking skill much better. My favorite YouTuber Rudy also said she became able to speak English by focusing on output-based learning. Alright, look at this. We have a lot of vocabulary and grammar knowledge that is not active. So we need to use it and make it more active. Yes, at first, it might be like thinking what you want to say in Japanese and then translating it into English. But gradually, it will become thinking what you want to say and then saying it directly in English. Yes, when I was studying for TOEIC, I learned many words and difficult grammar. You know, I think all of that went into the not active database. If you don't use it, it won't become active database and come out naturally. Okay, next, I'm gonna talk about why I became able to speak English. Not naturally and not correctly, but I can do English conversation with people from overseas and online lesson, alright? Before diving into the content, please do not learn from my English because I'm still learning. I make grammar mistakes and pronunciation mistakes and a bunch of mistakes. I might use like strange expression and strange words in this video. Please consider this video as a reference only. If you want to learn English like English phrases and vocabulary, you should watch the native speakers video. Honestly, I hate to say it like this, so I study English every day, almost every day alongside my job. But please promise me, after watching this video, you should watch the video I posted before. In my opinion, when you refer to someone else's study method, so you must understand why you do it. If you don't understand why, you will be unsure about your studying method and not get good result, and then you will quit, I bet. Have you ever watched videos about English learning method and felt unsure if they were right for you and then stopped? If you have, just watching about like how I learned English and how I expand my vocabulary skills and my English journey and blah 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 blah. So I think it definitely will not help you. It's like asking a personal trainer to make your body look good and they tell you to do bench press. If you don't know why you are doing bench press, you will feel unsure and quit. Yes, that was my experience. So please watch this 1 hour video that explain like the why you do this method in detail. 1 hour is not too long for someone who want to learn English or eager to expand your vocabulary skills and grammar skills and blah blah blah. If you are eager to improve your English proficiency, that's not too long, alright? Please watch it with focus. The first important things to speak English is learn about English patterns. When someone speaks English, so they use English patterns, alright? I watch native speakers' YouTube videos and do a shadowing almost every day. And when I look at the script, right, I see that even native speakers use the same English patterns with different words, right?
You need to have control. And if you can't control your life, if you can't control your own, you need to actually go out of your room, find your phone. So you need to find ways to cut out all possible ties.
I felt like I had made the wrong choice in this pursuit. I felt like I wasn't ready for this opportunity. And I feel like we can watch videos like this and get really, I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself to make this video perfect.
I felt like I was stuck in a rut.
For example, if you learn the pattern I wanted, you can make almost endless sentences with it. I want to eat pizza. I want to go to the park. I want to watch a movie. I want to learn how to swim. I want to read a book. I want to buy new clothes. I want to play video games. I want to travel to Japan. I want to listen to music. You know, you can get a lot of sentences, right? Almost endless. Learning specific word is less effective than learning English patterns to increase the range of the things you want to say in English, right? The second important thing is to focus on using English. You saw the video of me after 12 years of study but still not being able to speak English. I think that's because I was only doing input. How did I start speaking English? It was after I started doing online lessons, even just 25 minutes a day, imitating the expressions teachers used and using the grammar and vocabulary I learned from the textbooks activated my not active database knowledge. People who study hard but still can't speak English usually spending a lot of time to do an input. I know how they feel because I was the same. So let's switch from input-based learning method to output-based learning method starting today. Looking back, I spent a lot of time watching how to study English videos on YouTube and not actually studying. The only thing I regret at that time I thought I was studying, but I wasn't. Why did I do that? Because I didn't have the convincing learning method. As I mentioned, I made a 1-hour video before that explained everything about my self-study for English conversation. It explained the mechanism of how you become able to speak English and what to do specifically from tomorrow. I believe it's the most effective and detailed about self-study method. Okay, if you watch that videos, so you will stop searching for like how to study, like how I learned, like something like that. So you will definitely start studying English. Find the study method you agree with and stick to it. Because in the self-study, you won't be able to speak English suddenly, right? Without studying for 2 or 3 years. Even more. So I strongly recommend watching this video. I think the most important thing in learning English is not to make your current study method more effective, right? But to continue. めっちゃつば飛んだ。Continue without giving up for several years, alright? I think it's gonna be a most effective way to learn English. Now I offer a service specialized in continuing. I have experienced setback and have recovered from them. I have continued studying since I started learning English 4 years ago. That's why I'm here now. はい、というわけで、ここまで来るのに僕はオンライン英会話しか使ってないんですね。本当に留学なしでここまで来たので、冒頭にも言った通り、今オンライン英会話やってますので、このまま続けても喋れるようになるか不安ですって人に届けたらなって思って作りました。僕がその時一番欲しかったビデオが多分こういうビデオなんですよね。このまま自分続けててもいいのだろうかとか、このまま喋ってても英語勉強してても自分喋れるようになるんだろうかとか、そういうのがもう不安でいっぱいでした。僕が英語勉強してた時はもともと超ゼロからやってたし、厚英語さんとかやっぱオンライン英会話で喋れるようになったって言ってましたけど、やっぱりこう地頭のいい人たちの勉強法なのかなとか、地頭いい人じゃないと無理なのかなって僕はあんまり頭脳に自信がなかったんで、そういう風に思ってました。でもちゃんとそういう人間でも継続さえしっかりすれば変われるんだぞっていうところを 何かこう伝えられたらなと思って英語で今日はビデオを撮ってみました。で、動画の中で言った通り、必ずこれ見ても何の意味もないですから、これ見た後に1時間のラーニングメソッド見てみて、自分が足りないところからしっかり勉強法を学んで、それを実践してみてください。英語で言った通り、勉強法を学ぶだけの時間って本当に無駄なんで、自分が一番後悔してる時間なんで、はい、そこからぜひ抜け出してほしいなとは思っています。自分が今喋った英語も正直全然完璧じゃないし、なんかパパパってこうなんかいいかっこいい表現が出せたらなっていうのはマジでずっと思いながら今撮影はしてました。なんで悔しいのと恥ずかしいのはあるんで、しっかり引き続き英語は勉強していこうと思います。これは僕の途中経過に過ぎません。If you want to experience my method of continuation, so please add me online within the description below and sign up for a free consultation. Thanks for watching everyone and see you soon and take care. Bye bye.